Hey!
That's pretty neat.
Walk out the door, you see someone that you know and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Weekly Weigh-In. My name is Austin, I'm a new man, and this is week 8, and this week I lost about 1.5 pounds, which is pretty good, but I have a feeling that we're about to reach a plateau, and today I'm going to talk to you all about plateaus. Now, this week I kept to my diet, I kept to my training, and everything went pretty good, but I still only lost about 1 pound. It was 1.2 pounds. I said 1.5 pounds to make myself feel better, but I have a feeling that I'm starting to level out on the weight loss for a little while. But I really want to get to 50 pounds. Right now, I've lost total about 47 pounds, which is really, really good. But I have a feeling that I'm about to hit a plateau right there at 50 pounds. And I want to break through that. So today is all about plateaus. I'm going to tell you what a plateau is. I'm going to tell you why plateaus happen. I'm going to tell you 3 ways to help you break through a plateau, because plateaus are inevitable.
I am inevitable.
No matter how disciplined or diligent or hardcore you are going to face a plateau. And a plateau is pretty much where you stop losing weight or you stop gaining muscle, or both. It can happen both ways, and those are really rough because you can't progress in anything. But plateaus happen because your body really doesn't want to change. It goes back to the thing that I said in the last weigh-in. If your body had its way, it wouldn't change at all. Biology is really, it caters more to the keep yourself, don't change, keep the status quo, which is great for survival. It's great for our ancestors. But for what we're trying to do now in this world where food is very available and almost abundantly too much, we need to fight evolution and fight biology to lose weight. So plateaus are evolution actively fighting us to lose weight. Like I said, they're inevitable. They're going to happen no matter what you do. They usually happen at pretty regular intervals. Like for me, it happens about every 50 pounds I hit one, so I was kind of ready for it. But they do go away on their own over time, but it might take 3 weeks for that. There are ways to limit plateaus, or if you do face one, you're gonna get through it a little bit quicker, and that's why I'm here. So let's go ahead and get into 3 ways that you can either avoid a plateau or break a plateau pretty quickly. Let's go. So the first one here is more of a way to break a plateau than it is to avoid one, and it's the thing that I'm doing right now so that I can kind of break this stalemate that I'm at. I'm going to go ahead and lower my calories. That is the first thing you do when you hit a plateau. Just cut your calories down. Don't cut them too bad. I'd say at most cut 500, and even if you do cut 500, only do it temporarily, and then jump back up. Maybe add 200 more to your calories after a week, or after you've broken the plateau. But for me, I'm going to cut my calories down by 300, and we're going to keep that. So I'm going from 2,800 calories a day to about 2,500 calories a day, and I'm hoping that'll help me get back to the 2 pound a week range for a little while. We need to remember that as we're losing weight, we gotta recalculate the calories every once in a while. So this is me trying to do that. I've been feeling 2,900 calories for the past few weeks was a lot to eat for me. I had to actively eat something else to meet my calories. So this is going to feel pretty natural to me. I kind of wanted to stop at like 2,500 for the past month or so, but I was still losing weight at 2,900 calories. I'm not losing as much weight as I would like to now, so I'm making the decision to cut the calories. And that's how it should work for you all. And a plateau is usually a pretty good sign that it's time to cut your calories, and that is the first thing we do when we reach a plateau. If it doesn't, then we're going to go into step 2. Alright, the next thing, if cutting the calories doesn't work, you're going to need to change up your exercise plan. And when I say exercise plan, I mean like the individual exercises in the workout that you're doing. If you are doing a workout. If you're not doing a workout, maybe just walking or doing some sort of light cardio might be enough to break the plateau. Just change up your typical routine is what I'm saying here. So say you're doing a machine shoulder press, the thing that I do all the time, the thing where I do that. If you instead of doing the machine shoulder press, you do dumbbell shoulder presses, where you have the 2 dumbbells and you put them on your knees and you bring them up and do it that way. That is enough of a change to hit your body in a different way. Because with the machine shoulder press, you're not using as many stabilizers as you would use as a dumbbell shoulder press. And when I say stabilizers, I mean like there's tiny little muscle fibers in your shoulder that helps your shoulder stay in this position. But if you're doing shoulder press, it doesn't work those as much, and it works different muscles. And honestly, dumbbell shoulder press is probably better in general than machine shoulder press, but I don't mind right now. I'll try them eventually. But for now, I'm going to stick with the machine shoulder press. And I'm hoping, well, I might not stick with the machine shoulder press because if cutting 300 calories doesn't do what I want it to, then I'll probably end up having to try new exercises. And that's fine. That's what this is all about. It's all about trying new things to become better. But yeah, the second step is to switch up your exercise plan. Or maybe I don't do any cardio right now. Maybe I do a little bit of walking or something like that. You can change anything, but change it enough that you're doing something a little bit differently. Because again, your body adapts to a routine and then it doesn't want to change. It's just how it is. And yeah, so we need to shock the system by changing the way it's ran. Alright, now number 3. Number 3 is you need to make sure that once you leave the gym that you are recovering in a good way. When I say recovering in a good way, I mean actually recovering. I mean like make sure you're getting enough sleep at night. 5 hours of sleep on a gym day is not ideal, and that can hurt your gains. It can even hurt your weight loss, because if you don't get enough sleep, you're going to be more stressed, and stress is bad for weight loss. Like, it's actually something that can hold you back. Also, if you're not going to the gym, make sure you're not doing crazy physical activity. I mean, you can still do something. You can still mow the lawn and stuff, but don't go and like chop down a tree or move a bunch of logs every day that you're not going to the gym, because those are supposed to be your off days. You need to make sure that you're staying off. But yeah, the third thing is just make sure that you're recovering properly and that you're not just changing a lot of activity to a lot of activity, because then you might as well be saying that you're going to the gym 6 days a week, and you need to calculate calories for that. You need to be eating a lot more than what you would be if you are doing that. Make sure that you're accounting for it correctly with your calories and your protein and your other macros. But typically, you don't want to say you're going 3 days a week, but then do 3 days of the gym and then 3 days doing crazy physical activity somewhere else. All right, that is the 3 things that I do once I hit a plateau, and if those don't break it, you might have to do more than one of them at the same time. And again, eventually plateaus do go away after a while, and regardless if you're eating the right amount of calories that you should be, you are going to lose weight. Especially if you cut them a little bit, you're going to lose weight. So they don't last forever, and it's just a little roadblock in the way of our weight loss journey, but that's how it goes. And again, they're inevitable, and you're going to reach them eventually. And these are just some tips on how to make sure that they don't stay around forever. Or they'll stay around a lot less than they would otherwise. That's all I have for today. And if you all enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And remember to share this with somebody that might be facing a plateau and they need a little bit of help or advice on what to do. Share this video, and remember that there are only 3 things that really matter in weight loss: consistency, consistency, and consistency. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.